Welcome back to the Metaphysical Tea. I'm Tess.
And I'm Bri.
And today we have Danny with us, who is actually one of our team members in our salon. And we had someone cancel that was supposed to be on the show today, but it's actually perfect because Danny really has worked with us for years on her chart. And she'll be able to understand some things or identify some things. Sorry about the dog.
Larry noises.
She'll be able to identify things as someone who's been on the journey. Larry, for the love. Okay, so we kind of thought it would be a cool way to look at it for someone who understands some of her chart and who has been working with it for a few years. And just the questions she's had, the ahas she's had, and then some things along the way that we can help with. So we'll just start from the very beginning. So, Danny, you're a projector. You know that.
I do.
And like we've talked about in the past, projectors are the ones that are here to see things from like the bird's eye view. So they see things differently. They do not create their own energy. They're not meant to work 12, 15 hours a day like generators and mansions do. And projectors always argue with me. She actually doesn't. But always argue with me that they do have that much energy and that they can do it. And this is because you absorb and amplify the energy of the people around you. So you probably notice when you're around someone high energy that you like amp up, you have a lot of energy, you can go, go, go.
Yep.
But if you go home and you don't purposely release it, you can burn yourself out because you feel so energized, but it's not real.
Yeah, I was not the nicest human walking into my front door after a 12-hour day. Self-awareness.
Yeah, she was doing 12-hour days by choice, but realized like that doesn't really align with who she is or her type or what, how she's her best self.
I would spend the day after the 2/12s just completely in recovery mode and not actually like do anything with my day. So.
Yeah. So you actually probably feel like you have more time off now, even though you work an extra day.
1,000%.
That makes sense for a projector. So you also have splenic authority. So this is the way your soul talks to you. So it's that little voice in the back of your head that says, like, don't go down that alley. Don't make that investment. Don't do that, whatever. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you can recognize?
Yeah, I've always had this... And I never really recognized it as splenic before, but there was always, like, if there was a big event coming or something I was or wasn't looking forward to that was bigger, it's like something inside of me knew if it was actually happening or not.
Yeah.
Like, to get stressed out or to get prepared or to not.
Yeah.
It's something that's I've always had inside.
Yeah. And have you noticed that if you listen to it, it like becomes more clear later on, like the next time you need it, it's more clear. Where Absolutely. If you ignore it, the next time it's like, where are you? Tell me what I need.
Yes. And questioning like, is this what I want? And that's the scenario I'm making up in my head? Or is this like the actual feeling that my body is like trying to tell me? And just being more in tune with that, listening to it.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. So you're a non-emotional sitting between two emotionals.
Oh, how about that?
And so I've talked about before, I think I've brought up the leadership team at the salon when it used to be Other V and then Danny and then me and Danielle. And Other V was an emotional like me. And then Danny and Danielle are non-emotionals. And so we would have these leadership meetings and they would like bring up an idea and I would like shut it down and then be like so frustrated and then walk away and go, oh, I don't even know why I cared. Like, it's totally fine. We can just paint the salon or just do whatever you want, but that's very much an emotional reaction. So knowing that you're a non-emotional and playing with being a non-emotional over the last few years, is there anything that it's helped you with, like, to understand?
Working with people and then knowing that, like, okay, this is not mine, this is theirs, or having, like, a specific coworker that I work with one day and picking up on that energy, and then, I mean, I'm dealing with sometimes 2 to 3 people at one time, so my energy is getting pulled everywhere before I knew what it was and knew that I could control accepting the energy was huge for me.
Yeah, I think that has to be hard. Like, don't you think it helps you in the restaurant, Bri, being able to not absorb anyone else's emotions?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I
So
can
many
see
energies around all the time. Even like other clients, my coworkers' clients. Like I'm in the same room
Yeah.
with a bunch of different people going through a bunch of different things at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just kind of
In the
playing
service industry.
Matrix and
Yeah.
like dodging all the emotions.
Don't get me. Don't get me.
Like, ah.
I like it.
I do
But
too.
you're so knowledgeable now.
Yes, it's awareness and having the knowledge and knowing the things has made all the difference.
Is your husband unemotional or non-emotional?
He's an emotional.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
So has that helped your relationship to navigate that, to understand that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, knowing, because I've always known that other people's energies affect me, but I always thought it was like if you were a negative person, they would negatively affect me.
Yeah.
But even if he comes home and he's had a bad day, it affects me. Or if he comes home and he's had a good day and he's full of energy, and so knowing that like it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Because I would take it as I did something wrong and he's upset.
Yeah.
Anybody, they're upset with me.
Yeah.
'Cause- but-
Is Shannon emotional? So you're two emotional. So that's interesting. So you guys, Danielle and Daniel are both non-emotionals. And then you and me and ours are opposite us.
But we're both projectors.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's
That's interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so are Danielle and Daniel too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And then we both have success as our on the right path and bitterness as our...
So that is all
That's
projectors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So going into that, actually, well, first going into that really quick, because having two emotionals together, I thought not two non-emotionals would be really hard because they're absorbing and amplifying. But really, everyone's perfect and you can be with whoever you want. So I'm not saying one's better than the other. It just
Yes.
sounded hard to me. But then I think about two emotionals, like you guys have to know that you need to like walk away before you like, because like
The
emotion.
smirk.
I know, I
Smirk
love it.
says a lot.
I know. Because, like, me as an emotional, like, I cannot see anyone's side but my own in the moment. Like, I'm just like, I can even think, like, try and put yourself in their shoes. I can't. Like, I'm just like, I'm right.
It's definitely a wave.
Yeah.
It will overtake you.
Oh, can I see his,
Yeah.
what is his emotional wave? Because you're the same as me.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's
Oh,
nice.
he's the sporadic. Okay, so so that's interesting.
Yes.
So they're both
Okay, this is all
emotionals.
coming back to me.
Yeah. So your emotional is you and I are both like we have a what's it called? Like a not a system, but a
kinda-
cycle.
Yeah.
Cycle. So you'll probably have a freak out the same amount of days in between.
Yeah.
Whether it's 28 days a woman's cycle or
Yeah,
whether it's
usually
40 days or
coincides with
yeah.
a cycle.
Yeah.
cycle,
I
a
feel like
moon
mine kind of
cycle.
does too.
Yeah.
But for him, it's sporadic. So his just builds and builds and builds and builds. And then, like, someone spills milk on the floor and he's like, ah!
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, it's milk.
I mean, not about milk.
Yeah.
That'd be more my flex. But yes, it doesn't come
It's like
with
a
the
little
warning
thing. And you're
always.
like, what? Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not that is what he's actually upset
Yes,
about. It's just that
indeed.
he's finally had enough. It's hit the end and now he has to
Yes.
release it. And he's
Yeah.
probably fine pretty quick after.
Yeah.
And then, but you guys both being emotionals probably have to go, you go in that room and I'm going to go in this room and then we'll come talk when we calm down.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's very healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not how it started out.
No, I
No.
think that this was one of the most important pieces for me and Derek in our relationship was understanding like, oh, he's absorbing and amplifying me. So when I'm coming in thinking, don't act like that and ruin my night, he's just acting like me, amplified.
A little mirror.
So that was a huge aha for us because then he was like, oh, I'm not actually mad. She's mad. So what's wrong with her? And then he could navigate it and go, you okay? You know?
Yeah.
And I could go, oh, am I pushing something at you? Okay.
Yeah.
So I really think emotional and non-emotional is like one of the biggest pieces that helped us. Okay. So moving through. So you're a 1-4. You and Danielle are both this. And
was gonna
that's
say,
so
Danielle
interesting.
and I have so much in common astrologically and
I
human
know.
design.
I know. It's really interesting. So 1-4s, they have both those lines are foundational. So the 1, 2, 3 is a level, and then 4, 5, 6 is a level, and 1 and 4 are the two foundation lines, which is why stability is really important and just like communication, just like everything foundational. But you express your findings to your tribe. So that's that. The one is like the investigator, right? Like you're always like researching and like looking into things, and like you'll be like, I just saw that, Jupiter went into Sagittarius and whatever, and then like you tell everyone, like you tell your tribe the things you found out. So that is part of your personality profile. And then you and Danielle, this is a cool trait of a 1-4, is you guys don't actually have to experience the thing. You can just read about it or hear about it and get the wisdom from it and reshare it. So you kind of like, you learn, repackage, share.
Okay.
And so that's a cool trait, because especially since you're both leaders in the company, like you're able to see what other people have done, what other industries have done, what other salons have done, and be like, you know what? We don't want to do that, or we don't want to repeat it that way, even though you never went through it, and still find the wisdom in it and still explain it in a way that people understand.
I find that even sometimes when we have like a class in the salon, they'll be, especially the last one you and Danielle were not at, so it was kind of like up to me to help out, and she would explain something and I'd see everyone kind of like glaze over, and then I would just kind of repackage, re-explain it, and then we would have
that's a good term to put that in,
and just kind of feed it to them in a way that I knew that they would understand it, because I know how their brains work.
No, that's awesome.
Teacher energy.
Yeah, it really is teacher energy. Yeah, and leadership, right?
That's an important compliment for me.
You're so cute. Danny has some wounding around teaching. But I just think
we're learning why.
Yeah, we're learning it. And I think that it doesn't mean you shouldn't teach. It just means that maybe we didn't set you up for success in the right way, or we need to work. You know what I mean? Like, there's other ways we could go about it.
There was also some emotionals in my way.
Yes. Okay, let's see. You become an authority once you establish your network, which makes sense for you also. Like, you've established, like, your team, you've established your career, you've been with us almost a decade. So you've really become an authority through finding your network. And that's cool. And the other thing about 1-4s, I can't remember which one. 1-3s are not supposed to like have mentors, but 1-4s do really well with mentors.
That makes sense.
And they like looking for someone who is an authority to coach them into like their next level.
Yeah. As much as I enjoy like being the teacher and a leader in some, I never want to be top. I need an adult. I need a real adult for me to be there.
Which you're like the epitome of an adult, right?
But in my
She's the salon mom for sure. Like right below Tess. She's a mama hen energy.
She is.
I bake.
I know. She does bake. And she like made us jam and like she's the
Danny
mama.
Crocker.
Yeah.
Danny Crocker.
Yeah, I love that. So for 1-4s are strong and powerful people, and they kind of like exude authority, which is funny because even before you like earned authority in the salon, like people were just like, ooh, Danny's in charge, or like kind of scared, like Danny will make us follow the rules, or like
yes.
Have you felt that your whole life?
Kind of, like I was never the kid that was like above and beyond, but I was also never the kid that was like constantly talking back or being the bad egg. Yeah. I've always just kind of been in the middle and been a rule follower. So I think when I'm the one in charge, people are like, okay, I guess we gotta like, actually do it.
Because we have had people in charge in the past who serve mimosas to the team when I leave the room. So that's not 1-4.
No, not that one.
No, I'd love to know what that one was, actually, looking back.
I would be curious.
Interesting. Okay, let's see. So you also need a lot of alone time to allow your creative energy to flow.
Amen, sister.
And for you to do your research, because you're an investigator, right? Mm-hmm. So you need time to be able to read about astrology and human design and hair and leadership and anything else, canning, anything else that interests you in order to like feel fulfillment. And you have a 1 in your profile too. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. I enjoy my alone time so much.
Yeah.
Like heavy on that. But like.
Do you have siblings?
I do.
Okay.
Like heavy on the like extroverted introvert energy is kind of how a 1 feels like.
Yeah.
Depending on if you have it in the front or the end number, but.
Yeah, that's why I was curious, because yours is the second one and hers is the first. So she very much feels aligned with that, and you went, yes. Like it was your secondary.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I need it. Yes, I do need it.
I don't always feel compelled to share what I know. Very selective on what I'm sharing. Like it's not because I hoard it. It's just because it's most of the time for me, and so circumstantial when it comes out.
Yes.
I don't need to
No one needs to know.
It's a little hoardy.
I am the queen of TMI. I will tell you
like it.
way more than you need to know.
I mean, 1/4s and 1/3s are like that. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It feeds my soul, but I don't always need to share
it. Yeah. Well, and the 5 being your first one, it's more about like helping other people. So you share it if they need help. If it's like if it's something that could actually help them, you're like, oh, let me tell you this. But if not, you're just like, it's my information. Move on.
Next.
Okay, and then I already talked about you seeking out authority, learn, repackage. So that's your personality profile. Okay, so then we'll go into, let's just jump into what we kind of talked about. We were talking about, because Dani understands her chart fairly well, Bri asked, is there something that stands out that you think she might really benefit from or other people could benefit from? And yeah, so when I'm looking at her chart, and this one right here is completely white. Now, not only is it undefined, so it's white, even the little gifts or gates inside of it are. So it's extremely undefined. That's your identity. So when people have that, a lot of times they feel pressure when they're around people who have it colored in to know who they are, which are sitting between 2 G centers defined again. Mm-hmm. And so when you have it defined, like you're just born knowing like this is who I am. Like you're going to grow and you're going to go through transformations, but like at your core, you're that. For someone that has it open, it's like you're supposed to really care. It's like, just be whoever you want today and then change tomorrow, and who cares? Like, it's not really part of your mission. And so you were talking about how that showed up for you in high school.
Yeah, so I have never fit into a stereotype of any kind, whether it be the kind of music I listened to, the way I dressed. I was saying, because I went to high school between 2007, 2011, so I had like emo hair, but like hung out with the SoundCloud rappers, but like also wore country construction clothes. Like I was a hodgepodge of stereotypes.
I love that.
And I'm still that way now. And even like whenever we do coaching in the salon at our meetings, and you always tell us like, write down 3 things that you're good at, or write down something about yourself. I'm always like, can somebody tell me something about myself? Like, I don't know. Because it's different today than it was a week ago.
Yeah.
So that's been like knowing that that's okay and that's what I'm supposed to feel. Yeah. I think was very like calming and safe feeling, and that I didn't have to be the country girl or the emo girl. You don't have to pick whatever. A lane. No, you got to be them all. It's been a lot easier on my brain.
Well, and not only was it okay for you, it's actually perfect. Like you're perfect being that way.
Yeah.
And that's what I do love about human design is like, I think as a society, sometimes we're like, oh, you have to be this way, or you have to act like this, or if you don't have a strong knowing of who you are, like you're in an identity crisis, and it's like, not for you. That's not what it is.
Or even with hair, like so much now people find like their lane in hair, and they do like just blondes or just extensions or just color, just cutting. And I tried that for a little while. Yeah. I worked at Jean Juarez as a color specialist and tried to just stay in that lane. But I'm like, no, I want to do a root touch-up, and then I want to do a fun mullet, and then I want to do this. You know? Like, I don't want to have a lane.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so you also have something that I have, and I think you have one. Do you have your root defined? Or your heads? Look it up.
I think my root, but not my top.
I think you have one, but not the other. Okay, so there's 2 pressure points in your chart, and it's the head and the root. And so if both of those are open, you are designed to not work with pressure. So that means you're very good under pressure, and stress is very like easy for you to deal with. However, you're either at a 0 or a 10. There's no in between. And I actually have this too. And so everyone will be like, you're so good at handling stress. And I'm like, am I? Because I'm going to lose it. Because when I'm in my 10, like, there's no 5. There's no 3.
Yeah.
Like, and so that's the same for you. Does that make sense to you?
1,000%.
Yeah.
There are some days where I come into the salon and any curve that's thrown at me, I'm like, we can do it.
Yeah.
And then there are some days where I'm like, if someone says one more motivating piece of nonsense to me, I swear.
0 to 100.
So, yeah,
0
very
to
much relate to that one, which I didn't even know that. So that was just an in live moment aha.
Yay. I
ladies
love
and
that.
gents.
I know. I just think that human design is so cool because they say, whoever they may be, that it takes 8 years for us to totally like align and absorb, and really it just goes so deep, you know?
Does.
And so I do think it's cool to see all the steps there. Like, it'll be fun to talk to someone who's never even seen their chart, and then it's fun to talk to someone who's been on this journey with me for a few years. And yeah, I just love hearing your ahas and then new ahas, because as I learn things, you learn things, and then here we go. Okay. So your purpose, let me find your purpose, she's a wet kitchen. So wet kitchen between two dry kitchens.
Oh my gosh, you're dry kitchen too? My goodness. So
Yeah, we
these
have a
two
lot.
are the same, and me and Danielle are the same.
Mm-hmm.
You're in
It
the
does.
kitchen at
Yeah.
the salon. Like,
Yeah.
generating ideas and literally
Alchemizing.
alchemy
Yeah,
with chemicals and all kinds of cool stuff.
I know.
Well, and I think when I learned that is also when I started getting into the like gardening and baking and canning and all that.
That's really
Because
cool.
I've always thought like garden, flowers.
Yeah.
Well, what the heck's a flower gonna do for me? Nothing.
Yeah.
Food, duh, grow food.
Yeah,
Like,
So
that's
now
awesome.
having the garden and doing the things in my kitchen and then coming to work and doing the things in the salon, I feel like I'm constantly just creating, and I'm
And that's
obsessed.
so in line with you. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And you really take information, which 1/4s are good at this, taking it and then applying it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've really like had quite a transformation over the last few years of like really figuring yourself out.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
you've been doing the work.
Yeah, you really have.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. She's also a Cancer.
I'm a sensitive baby.
Okay, so your purpose is to be at the forefront of building or creating newer and better things. So that's really cool, because that's like what you do in leadership. It's what you do with hair. It's what you're doing with food and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, a lot of times the purpose is like, well, how the heck do I do that? It's through your top 4 gifts. So your first most important gift is the momentum builder. So you help build momentum.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And I think that
Next
you do
year
that.
is a momentum.
Yeah, with the
That
fire
could be
horse.
monumental for you.
Danny
She
the
was
fire
scared
horse.
of the fire. She was scared.
Double
We
fire.
gonna ride it.
I was scared of double fire.
Ride
But we're
it
gonna
into
be
the
all right.
sunset,
I
honey.
like horsies.
Right? And you're a momentum builder. That's literally a fire horse. Okay, so sharing, building momentum with others. Your second one is your desire to provide for yourself and others, which is so true, right? I mean, you're so like in your marriage, you're like that. With our team, you're like that. Like you're so, I can't think of the word, but she's like always helping other people succeed.
But other people have to be involved. Living as much as alone time, going back to the 1/4, is very important for me. I still need... When I lived by myself for 3 years was like 3 of the most unhealthy years of my life, because I didn't have anybody to do anything for.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
was no
Community.
purpose behind it.
Yeah,
And
which also for being a Cancer,
Yeah,
that's, you know,
homemaker,
yeah.
nurturer. Like I need momentary
sense.
alone time, but I need my people to take care
Yes.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Your next one is impact, which is also one of your career carrots to tell you you're on the right path. So when you're making an impact for people, that's huge. Sharing that gift, it creates impact for you as well. And then reading the room, which I also think you're
Oh my gosh,
really
those
good
are
at.
so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And remember, when you share those top 4 gifts with other people, you reap the benefits of those 4 gifts and in turn live your purpose.
How do you share reading the room? Like tell people if I get bad vibes on someone?
Yeah, I think so. Or like, if you feel that something doesn't feel right, maybe helping fix what doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like if there's a tornado brewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
We call the salon if there's anything crazy
Some
going on.
negative
Tornadoes.
conversations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
A
or
tornado
your
slasher.
clients. I
Yes.
feel like you're so
Yes.
intuitive anyway that being able to read the room as a natural gift is just your intuitive flex on high alert of like, oh, my client is down today.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are struggling. How can I kind of like, you know,
That's spot on.
There's not much of a better feeling than having a client walk in feeling so like, ugh, and then having them walk out like giggling about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
you hope
yeah.
people feel seen. So that's so special. Like, people aren't just coming to you guys or you specifically for hair. They want to also be seen, witnessed as more than just, you know, I'm Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trim
that's
my ends.
special.
Yeah. No,
know.
that is honestly, like, people ask me all the time, like, what's your favorite and least favorite part about the job? And it's the same answer for both.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Because I can, I mean, being a non-emotional, like, they can, if I let them, like, change my entire mood and, like, energy for the day. Or I can have more control over it and help them if I see that they're, you know, on a lower vibrating moment that time. So
I love
yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I know. It is so cool to like, because we've done this in like group activities in the salon where it's like I tell people like pieces, and I've probably told you a few things on your own, but it's cool to just focus on one and put all of our energy into like one and really see like the
Bigger
all the
picture of it
things.
all.
Yeah, all the stuff. Okay, so the next thing is your channels. So remember, a channel is when two gates connect and create an entire line. So when you have less than 3 in your chart, it's like your soul said you better figure these out this time, and you have 2.
Okay, we got some work to do.
Okay, but they're cool. So 5720, which is this line right here, which, by the way, everything moves to the throat. So when we're looking at a human design chart, we're looking at what's connecting to the throat because that's what is meant to come out. So for you, this is like your intuition is meant to be spoken, and then you're meant to speak your mind.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and that's your 2 channels. So 5720 is all about you have an ability to think and speak quick on your feet. Mm-hmm. And so that's what, like, if you just had one, it's like 57 is like fear of the future, like over planning for the future, being scared of what the future holds. But when you're using it in a positive way, you see what's happening and you can plan for the future in a positive way, right? Or you
Okay.
can even see the future in a psychic way.
Yeah.
Where 20 is, what is 20? Oh, it's the truth teller. 20 is, so that's like someone who's able. You must have 20 on your chart, I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, you have that whole line, I think. But 20 is like, I say that because I love that Bri can do this, but Danny can do it too, where they can just say what they need to say what they mean, and they're not scared of like what the reaction from the other person will be. And even if you are, it's like you have to do it anyways. For me, I'm like, oh, if I'm too scared of the reaction, I just won't do it.
I mean, I have to do that with clients a lot in the day of
That's
AI
true.
and
That's very true.
wigs
like,
and extensions.
unrealistic expectations or
Yeah.
like,
Dang Kardashians made my job a lot harder.
that's really true.
But having to be honest about expectations, or Jennifer Aniston's hair color looks great, but you guys don't have the same skin tone, so like that's not going to work for you, kind of a thing. Like, but it's in the intention of setting you up for success.
Yes.
Not in the intention of telling you like your ideas are stupid or anything
right.
like that.
And to that point, there's always a negative and a positive side to every gift, and the positive side is to use it in that way. The negative side is like, well, I just say what I want to say, and doing it in a mean way, right?
Right.
But when they're connected, they create the channel that just makes you like easy to speak and think on your feet.
But also not everyone's ready to hear what I have to say all the time. So that can, and then being an emotional or non-emotional on top of that, then I automatically, it's like, oh, you took that wrong. Oh, you're mad at me. Oh, no. So as much as I like don't have the fear to say it, then once we get the response, I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah.
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 That's a good point.
So.
Yeah. Well, and I think that as long as you know that you've said, oh, hi there, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome.
He was getting in my gift bag over there. He's just a little
Up to no good today.
up to no good today.
On the naughty list.
Oh, to that point, I think that if you can say that you truly said it out of love and that there was no negative behind it, because sometimes it's 80% love, 20% like maybe I want to push your buttons. I mean, we're just human, right?
Yeah.
And so I think the times that you have the reaction like, oh crap, did I rub them the wrong way? Maybe check if there's an underlying, maybe I went for a little bit of a push.
5% of a bad intention kind of a thing.
Yeah. Because if you're really saying it and it's truly all from love and it's truly for their best benefit, you shouldn't feel that pushback even if they're taking it in the way, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, your second channel is 1762, which that's your Speak in Your Mind channel. But this one is the ability to organize information and create the full picture. So you create your opinions and you're able to back them up and you're able to create your own systems, your own science, and your own ideology.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
cool.
pretty cool.
I got a powerful brain.
That's
really do.
a cult leader in the making.
Yes, it is. We'd like to recruit you.
Fantastic. I'm here.
I love that. So in a like normal human design chart, that's pretty much where we would go. But because Danny knew so much and didn't have as many questions as someone might when we have a new one, I did put down some of her more advanced stuff. So her perspective, which remember it goes digestion, which I didn't say, yours was an alternating appetite. Does that, do you remember what that one was?
That one, I believe, was you want to eat whole foods, but like mixing them together. So going back to like the alchemizing and the wet kitchen kind of a thing.
And when you do that, do you feel better?
Yeah, I always feel better with whole foods, but it's like I need stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like I need a sauce. I need a
something. Girl, yes.
Yes.
Sauce.
I need a sauce.
I need that sauce.
Aioli.
Yes. I'm a dipper. I'm a dipper. So give me the like whole foods, but then allow me to dip.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. Okay, so it goes digestion. Once you master that, you are able to like be in the right environment, which you are, a wet kitchen, which she's really in the best environment between the three of us. Because, we should be in a dry desert. And she's actually supposed to be in a wet, moist state. And then also you're in a salon, which is very kitchen. Mm-hmm. So you've really mastered your environment. So when you move from that, you move into perspective. So once you are where you need to be, you can see what you need to see. And for Danny, it's possibility. So when you're able to see the possibility of things, that's like your right thinking. You're out of perception alignment when you're being probable. Like, well, this is probably going to happen. So focus on possible, not probable.
Okay.
Probable is like you pulling out of alignment.
Okay.
And then as you master that, you get to motivation, which is like, you've mastered your whole chart at this point and you can just naturally motivate at this level. And yours is innocence. And this one is Danielle's and Lowe's. It's, And it's the opposite of mine. So you're out of alignment when you're desiring.
Okay.
Because innocence is about like seeing the world and like seeing the beauty in the world. Seeing like, this is special. This is precious. Like things just come to you. You don't need to desire them.
Okay.
Where for me, it's the opposite. It's like I'm supposed to desire. That's what pushes me. But when I'm going, I don't know. I don't even know what I want. That's me dropping into innocence and going out of alignment.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So how does something like this and like manifesting come into play?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Because if I don't want to desire...
Right. Okay, so you can still have goals and things that you want to have. It just can't be your driving force.
Okay.
So innocence is your driving force. The ability to just go like things will come, like being in that flowy feminine energy, but being like I'm listening to the urges and the pushes from the universe because I'm in alignment doing what I want to be doing, what I need to be doing so that I can hit those goals. So this was a hard one for Lo because she's so much like me with like numbers and like drive to succeed.
And she loves
and
things.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you mean? All I do is one thing.
Yeah.
But she was like, okay, that's a huge eye opener to say like, you don't have to not have things. You just get it in a different way. Like, it can't be your driving force for things.
Right. The goal is not to get the thing. The goal is, like, the journey to the thing.
Yeah, or the goal can be to get the thing. It just can't be what gets you out of bed. What gets you out of bed is, like...
No, money has never gotten me out of bed.
Yeah.
Unless I'm, like, to the point where I literally can't pay something.
Yeah.
Excess money does not get me out of bed.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're... In society, we'd be like, what do you mean you can't get out of bed for money? Like, what else is,
honestly,
at least,
that's
how
funny,
I think.
though.
But
yeah, no. But it's like when I have my days, like tomorrow, I'm super excited to put all my cookie boxes together. Like, that's what's going to get me out of bed tomorrow.
Because that's be excited, innocence, right? Yeah. That is like enjoying life.
They didn't even know this one, and I'm already in alignment.
Yeah,
Look at me go.
That's true.
I know, I love that.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And you are a non-strategy manifester, by the way, when you're manifesting. So you're supposed to tell the universe how you want to feel, not what you want.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That
so
totally
instead of
makes
saying,
sense.
like, I want a white picket fence and 4 acres of garden and whatever, you just want to say, like, I want to feel like I have what I need to nourish myself. So I feel, whatever feels good to you. Like, I want to feel successful, or I want to feel happy, or I want to feel nurtured, or whatever
but that also goes back to the open G center of not having to have like the same things every day. Like, it can switch up. And I know there's something in there that says, like, I don't have to be consistent to be successful.
Yep. That's your right arrow.
It's just all literally flows together.
It does.
I like it. It's permission to just be exactly who you are
that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And human design is
how
for
relaxing.
Everyone. I know.
Like, that just I feel like takes so much mental pressure off of having to be like the same amount of motivated, the same amount of whatever every single day.
Well, I've actually said something that you told me one time because it had such an impact on me. You said you made me feel bad about myself because I go home and I like watch a show and I'm like, Tess is probably creating another business.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. But you know what? I wasn't understanding human design and that people were different, and I thought everyone who wasn't doing what I was doing was lazy, which is totally wrong, right? Like, but when we don't understand the perspective, it's like, you're not at all. You're exactly who you're supposed to be, and you're alchemizing your life and attracting your life exactly how you're supposed to do it. Me having desires and motivation is exactly who I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be like, I gotta get out of bed, I gotta go do this, I gotta accomplish this, and this, because that feeds my soul and it's in alignment with me, not anyone else.
Right.
And when you understand that about each other, you can say like, oh, you don't make me feel bad because you be you and I'll be me, right?
No, I tell people all the time, like, I would be in a padded room with grippy socks if I had to do the things that she has to do, because that's just not who I am.
Right.
And it's once we kind of got into this and everyone was able to understand that, it's like, not only do you not compare yourself as much, but you appreciate the differences.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't all be me. We couldn't all be you.
You really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people like you bring the balance to people like me, and vice versa. You know, like I can go, come on, let's make money. Come on, let's do this, and you can go, okay, but like let's bake cookies and like make jam too.
Yeah,
and go to a mansion in Leavenworth.
Yes, let's do it.
I love that. Well, and then Bri and I have super similar charts, which I've said you're sitting between two emotionals, you're sitting between two G centers, but it shows up differently for us because we do have different motivations and different perspectives. And I think that's complimenting too, because to look at things in a different way and go, wow, you're just as driven and like, not that you're not driven, but you're the same action driven that I am, but it shows up in a different way. And the things that we want and the things that we do, it just shows up different. And I just think it's so cool to see all of our different like ways.
And the amount of things that I get done when I'm like sitting and being still and just like thinking and doing my research, and then you get more done when you're out and you're doing and you're seeing and you're so they're just different.
It's so cool.
And it's wild to me how you go from one section to another, and you can always find something that relates back to something else. Like, it all makes sense together.
And the way it may, I mean, I know astrology is part of this, but how astrology lines up. So, like, some of this is just so Cancerian on top of it,
but
right?
also the G center being open is so my Aquarius rising.
Yeah.
Like, that totally makes sense. Being the, like, funky, not fitting in a box
Eclectic.
kind of.
Yeah.
I've always had such a hard time relating to the Aquarius rising.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen myself as someone that wears, like, metallics and bedazzled this and
Space
every
buns.
time, yeah.
Wait, you've worn space buns.
For
You have to.
Halloween.
When I think Aquarius, I think space buns.
Yeah,
I love that.
And whenever you look up, like, okay, what should an Aquarius rising wear? Or what should their aesthetic be? I'm like,
You're all, I'm not doing that.
no. I'm not
That's
Xenon. Like, what is this?
I like
But
it.
I do
this
too.
makes more sense
you get
now.
to shape-shift.
Yeah, I can
Yes.
be like
Freely.
Blair
The
Waldorf
rest-
one day and then like super emo the next day and I love that.
I love it
Yeah.
too.
And
I did miss one thing, so I didn't talk about, and I know this was huge for you and me when we first discovered it, is that she doesn't have her ego or heart center is open, which you're sitting between two closed ones.
Imagine.
But so 70% of the world is actually open, and this is one of those scenarios where this was helpful for me to understand too, is that when it's colored in, your motivation is always the same. So that's why I say, like, me and Bri are similarly action motivated, because we have high motivation all the time. It doesn't drop. Well, and that's not better than this. It's just a fact, right? So then when you look at an open one, it's like, my best analogy that I ever got is it's like shooting a bow and arrow. So when you pull the bow back, you're like pointing where you want to push, where you want the arrow to go. For people who have it open, your downtime, like when you feel like I am not motivated today, that's not laziness. That is your soul or your design saying, chill out, lay down, watch a show, garden, take a day, because if you're relaxed and in a good place, you're going to naturally understand where you want to send all of your motivation when you get it.
Ooh.
But if you're judging yourself for being lazy because you're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off, because you see people who are doing it that way, you're not going to get the message and you're going to waste the downtime. So when you understand, like, that's your soul deciding what to do with the momentum, because you'll get the exact amount of motivation you need for what you need it to be.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I tell you, you guys, human design, if nothing else, will make you feel better about things that you thought were like lazy or bad traits or whatever. Like, there's so many things in here that I've learned that have just been like, okay, like, just because it's not the way that this person does it, or this person, or this, you know, super successful business person or whatever, doesn't mean that what I'm doing is wrong. I'm just doing it in the way that makes the most sense for me and my body and my mind.
Yeah.
And it is a very, very peaceful feeling.
And you're honestly more successful doing it that way
Oh
than
my
if you tried
gosh.
to push the other way.
Yeah.
If you try to act like us, you'd be like miserable and burnt out.
Well,
Oh,
Shane
yeah.
is the same way, and I think you guys both have Pisces moon.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that we've talked a lot
So
about.
does Danielle.
But I am more like ADD. I am literally like that meme where that lady's like making cookies and she's like, I gotta be over here, and she like doesn't really know.
Yeah, I know exactly
Once
which one you're talking
Your
about.
nervous system just requires more rest.
Yeah.
From other nervous systems. And then once you get going, like, he's like a steam train. He's like, I'm going to finish this project, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to move to that. And I'm like, but I'm over here, and I'm over here, and I'm over here, and, like, nothing gets done. You guys are just steady as she goes,
Derek has
reliable,
that too.
stable people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you really are helpful in kind of, like, corralling the rest of us to be like, have a plan.
Oh, Tony is like the two of you.
Yeah.
He is and I'm just like, okay.
You do
Wait,
that.
pull up his chart. Does he have? I want to know what in him is that.
That's so funny.
ADHD chart.
Oh, thank you.
That would be the
See, he has a
ADD,
he has a
honey.
pink
Yeah.
one like us.
There you go.
So it's like that constant motivation makes you just like, I have to do something.
And if he's not
Even if
doing
it's
something, he's like talking down on himself the whole time. He's like, oh, I'm so lazy. I just need to get up and do it. And then like he'll have a day of rest. And then if he doesn't get done the things like Sunday, he doesn't work, I work. And if he doesn't get done what he thought in his brain needed to happen that day, it now gets rolled over to what I'm doing on Monday. And I'm like,
nope, not on my watch.
sir, that's not how
Not
I
on
operate.
My watch.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and he's a cycle emotional like us. So he has a cycle that he goes through.
I thought you said psycho emotional.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah. But what that means for him, so like we said, we can kind of follow our personal cycle, and it's about the same as our emotional cycle. But for a man, and for some women, it's different. So you should, next time he has like a big breakdown or like freak out, write it down.
Put it on a calendar.
And then track it to the next one, and you can almost guarantee the next one will be the exact same amount of time between.
I love to be able to plan for a breakdown.
Well, it's so nice because like for us, if we know, like mine's about 28 days, so I know at like day 26, I better be nice to myself. I better not try and put too much pressure on myself. I better not put myself in a situation that I'm going to be super emotional about anything. Take a bubble bath, like take a day, like it's it's coming. And so then you can just like allow yourself to go through it, where when you don't understand it's coming, you just feel like you're having these sporadic weird meltdowns and you're like, am I psychotic? Like, who am I? What's wrong with me?
Well, and he has such a like provider mindset that he feels bad for like the whole team when he has a bad day because he feels like he hasn't done his job.
And then the last thing I'll just say about what you said is he doesn't have his head filled in, so he's not meant to deal with mental pressure, but he does have the root filled in, and that is that physical, like, I need to get up and do something. It's a physical feeling in your body, like if I don't. So he has those two. So he has this one going, come on, we're motivated, and this one going, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then with this combination, does he want to solve emotional problems with like get up and go physical stuff?
He's just not meant to deal with like you can't like probably guilt him into doing something, can you?
He's a Pisces.
So maybe a little bit. But it's more like,
he's a Pisces, Libra, Taurus.
Okay, so like a mental, I guess like
But there are certain people, like there are like you don't have to be someone that's like nice to him to earn that. You have to be someone that's important to him.
Yeah.
So if you're on his important people list, you could hug him and give him $1 million, or you could quite literally like take a dump on his front porch and he's going to treat you the same because you are on his list of people.
Right. Well, I think the mental pressure is more like, I feel like deadline. Like if someone gives them a deadline, it's like, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. Like, I'll
for
get
sure.
There.
Yeah.
But then the physical pressure is like sitting still is hard. And
or he feels guilty for it.
Yeah, because he's meant to work with physical pressure. So if someone's like physically like, get up.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel that in my body. Or his body does it itself. Like, get up, go do something.
Okay.
Like,
so I almost kind of need to give him the same aha that you had, where like, we don't work the same.
No.
You need to stop expecting these things from me, kind of a thing.
And I think that's huge for a relationship. Yeah. Because especially being psycho, having the pink filled in ego heart center, like I told Derek right away in the very beginning of our relationship, I was like, if I feel like cleaning, I am not expecting it from you. I'm not thinking you should be getting up and helping me. I know I just have to do something. Yeah. And so just know that there's no like ulterior, because when you're younger, or sometimes when you like don't understand it and you don't understand that people work differently, it's like you're sitting there being like, why am I working my butt off after I worked all week and you're not getting off your butt and doing it, Mm-hmm. And so ours is very clear, like, and I said, and vice versa. If you feel like you need to do something and fix something right now and I don't want to, I'm not. Yeah. And I'm not going to be guilted into it. And so it's a very like, he can rest assured that he could sit and watch a game and I'm not thinking freaking jerk, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, have fun. I'll make nachos. I just need to do something.
But you also know the other person's heart, and you know that they're going to get to it.
Yeah.
When they get to it.
Yeah.
I like it. It kind of reminds me of this little thing that I saw. Shane and I shared it with him, and it made sense. And it was like, people are kind of motivated by different dopamine hits. If you just want to be really crude about it, and if your center is filled in, like Tess and I, like my dopamine hit is, I need a tiny win. I need a tiny success. I need to know that I did something. And so that's doing something. Like whether it's the laundry, the dishes, whatever. But like I have to do it. I have to have some kind of like, I did it. That's my tiny success win. So like little wins. Maybe for my husband who's not filled in, he needs to know that there is nothing required of him on a Saturday. He does enough through the week. He is responsible and he is like 110% at work.
Yeah.
So on that day off, he just needs one dopamine hit of like, I am not needed anywhere else in this 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever day window. That's his hit.
Yep.
And that probably resonates with
when
you.
I know, like, I'm down for waking up on a Saturday and deciding that we want to go do A, B, and C. I don't want to sit on my butt all weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I have a list of things that I know have to happen on my days off, I'm already tired. I'm already annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm already like,
That's
I
fair.
don't want to.
Yeah.
But if I decide on a Saturday morning, like, let's go take the dogs to the dog park. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Like,
Yeah. Then that feels good.
Yep.
Because it's in alignment with, like, doing what you want.
Do not make plans for me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's what Derek's always like. I hate when people decide my time for me.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. I think that was a great example of how to use a chart, how she's been using a chart. And we want to read more charts. So if you want to be on here, just message us on, I would say either on Tessany Layer Instagram or Cleared, Calm, and Balanced Instagram. Do you want anyone doing it to your Instagram? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay.
No.
Either one of those
We
Instagram.
got enough platforms.
I figured no. But so if you can either send it to mine or to the shop, then we can get you on the list of people that we can read. And we'd be willing to read remotely if you're not in our state too.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yay! Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Danny.
That was fun.
Bye, guys.